we have my hand in a position like I'm going to shake hands with someone else, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's called a neutral position. It's neither prone, it's not supine, it's neither flexed or hyperextended. Now, I got my hand like that. Now, I'm going to do a radial flexion. I'm going to cause my thumb to go into a right angle. Right angle. I'll do it here. Right angle, okay? Now, you're doing that with this radial flexor muscle here. See? That comes that way.
Mm-hmm.
That's called radial flexion.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the opposite from radial flexion is ulnar flexion or ulnar deviation.
Or points down.
Yeah. Now, it's done by the muscle on this ulnar bone here.
Mm-hmm.
That brings that hand down. This muscle here brings it up, and that's radial flexion, ulnar deviation, okay? Now we take it to neutral. Now we're going to do a palmar flexion. You're going to bend the palm in towards your body.
Mm-hmm.
Now take it back to extension or neutral. Now we're going into dorsal flexion.
Or hyperextension.
Or hyperextension, you see. Now, do this again. We're going to go through those four. One.
Ulnar deviation. No, that's
This is radial flexion.
radial flexion.
Ulnar deviation. Look there. Palmar flexion. Dorsal flexion or hyperextension, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, to control a golf club, to square it up, it has to be a pronation and supination. On the backswing, we prone.
Right.
That palm is facing the ground. It's prone to the ground. Now, that action is done from hand through the radial ulnar joint. Now, this is the radius, and that's the ulnar. And they're spinning. But spinning in the elbow. The elbow has a double function joint. It can do two things. It can spin and can fold, okay? And we're spinning it so the hand is prone to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going to spin it the other way. You also get a little action in the rotor cup. But prone, supine. Prone, supine. Now see, you can't turn your hand, can you?
It's got to be done at the elbow, huh?
Yeah, from hand right on down. All of this has to move. Understand? Like that.
So when you pronate it,
yeah,
it also kind of stimulates these muscles or puts them in a kind of a ready position.
Well, those are the muscles that's doing it.
That are turning the arm.
Yeah, that's turning. This is turning this
now,
way.
for me to get that back, really all I've got to do is just relax it,
Just
right?
relax, it'll come back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
That's interesting. It's not some...
No, it's not. See, in a golf swing, your hands are here, and the thumbs are there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, your arms will work like this, and the wrists are cocked, but the elbow's straight.
Mm-hmm.
See? Now, it uncocks, and then it does that, and the elbow folds and come up here. So it's one, cock, unfold. There's a hell of a lot of motions in there, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. Okay?
Yeah.
So when you go back, you turn, let the body turn with that action.
Mm-hmm.
Come through, turn that way. Now this will knocking the ball up that way. You come here like that, you'd knock it in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So you're coming up like that, and your left hand will be exactly opposite
The right.
the right hand.
Okay, so the club, to control the club, okay, let's see. Now the blade, to control the blade, that's done with...
No, you're done with the pronation and supination. Understand?
Uh-huh. Which is
Cock
done...
your wrist. Now that is in controlling the shaft.
Uh-huh.
Now this controls the blade. See, the shaft is swinging between the ball and your shoulders like that.
The elbow controls the blade.
The hand, forearm, and elbow.
Okay.
Yeah. But now when you come through like this, the hand must go into that position. Then it reverses. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Do it again.
Just like that.
Well, yeah, that's what, but he's doing it on the opposite side like that. So left-handed band swinging backwards. Taking a backswing, you see?
Mm-hmm.
That's left-handed. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Huh?
All right.
Now that lets it create a pendulum.
Uh-huh.
See, if you came down here and you didn't turn the arm, you block it. When the thumb catches up with the radius, you turn it that way. See, now the butt end is swinging back to that leg. The club head is swinging away from the leg out in front of you.
Uh-huh.
But it's not coming down and in toward the ground over here.
It's on
It's
that
coming up and
oblique
it's
plane.
coming on up here.
Yeah.
But your arms are coming this way, and the club is, because of this 180-degree semicircle, is swinging in that way. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Swinging in here, swinging in there. The club comes inside to out to inside the shaft, not your arms. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
See, you have to. Let's see you do that now. Yeah. Now
Okay.
out. Now in. See? The club now is on the inside of the arms. Oh, here. The arms are coming up, but look how the shaft is. The arm is coming this way, and the shaft is going that way.
So if we looked at it like this, you're talking about like the shaft is coming like that.
Yeah.
And so which would be inside my arm.
And coming up. you
Coming
see?
up. Not
No,
like that.
You kill the pendulum. That's it. Now that expedited the flow through.
It's yeah, this motion right here, see, that advances the club
It
head.
increases the
But look
acceleration.
here, I've seen a bunch of pictures where this motion.
Well, that's the worst motion you can do, because you're going to slap a man, and you instead of slapping him, you slap your face, and face the hand into the body. I'm doing that. I'm slinging the club head out. Now I ain't going to pull the hand back. That's swing the opposite way.
So this would decrease club
This
head
would
speed.
cause you to duck hook it,
All right, like that.
Yeah.
And this would advance it.
and then cause a trajectory. I used to fly it further than anybody playing the tour. I could fly it further than they could roll.
Mm-hmm. So
Because
this motion accompanied with the pivot that we went over.
yeah, that's beautiful
will
action.
Increased just a tremendous amount of, oh boy.
Yeah.
You know, something else that's real interesting.
Now we go to the right hand, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now put your right hand on it. Now take the left hand off now, okay? Now, the first motion with the right hand, when the left hand is doing this, that. Now watch as you turn, that's coming in here. That hand is still below that shoulder, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You're not trying to bring this club up to that shoulder, are you?
Right.
Look at that club is facing that ball right there, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
At this point here, hold it right there.
Okay, I got it.
The shoulders, look, if you get them back in here like that,
Mm-hmm.
this would be like a parallelogram. Understand?
Mm.
Now this hand is back of that shoulder, isn't it?
Right.
Now it start raising. Now let you shift over the right hip. That way.
Mm-hmm.
You're not up here. You're there. Now shift over the left hip. Like that. It's coming in here. That club is still behind that arm, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And it's right here. Now right here, that turns, the palm of your left hand turns over your left thumb. Crosses.
Right there. Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Let's see you do that.
It's more kind of an out motion, isn't it?
Yeah, out with the arm and back inside with the shaft. Yeah.
Woo! You can feel that in that. You can feel that in that.
Oh man,
right.
you can feel the centrifugal force. It feels like you're going to snatch your arm out of the shoulder joint. Okay?
So what you're doing is, like sometimes when you look at a golf club going away, some people think that you take it, open it like
You
that.
do not open it. See, when you go back with your right hand, I have to do it left-handed. That way the club will be around there. You've got to get the club behind.
So we're starting like a neutral position with
Yeah.
our hands, and then from here to there we cock them
Cock your hands in, but you
to a loaded position.
Now you're cocked in. If I had a long shaft, I'll show you something. Just bring me a golf club. Anybody, go ahead. I'm going to talk to you. Go ahead.
All right.
Leave that camera moving, okay? Okay. Now take it back.
All right, let's try another shot. Okay, and action.
Mm-hmm.
Now if I took and drew a line between your wrist and elbows from that shaft, but the shaft has got to be, you know, where it's facing there, like
Right.
that. Now if I took it like this, you're facing the ball.
Mm-hmm.
You're not on that arm isn't on the plane.
Right.
What's on the plane is this center bar.
Mm-hmm.
Let's climb a bar. Understand the shaft?
Right.
Okay, do it. Because you're swinging in, you're unloading between the arms and wrists like that. Now you have a double force. Now swing and stop right over here. Now, no, you didn't get off. You got to get off.
Well, okay.
It's going over that way.
Uh-huh.
Now that way. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
But that shaft would be leaning a little that way. That's on plane. Now see, that would place the ball.
So it's not, even though it is, the arm is working up.
Yeah.
But that's going like, oh,
yeah.
Oh, that's a neat point there.
That way. Now that club is accelerating.
Yeah.
You do anything but that, it's deaccelerating. And this deaccelerates. That's not advancing the arm. That's collapsing the wrist backwards. And look at the face. You dog hook the hell out.
So if you took your right hand, it's kind of, you just wind it up with that form, right?
Yeah, just like that.
Not like that.
No,
like,
that's exactly what you do.
boy, that gives you, boy, you can put the club in a perfect position.
What a thing. It's like this. Did you know, I can't do it right now, but I can take my hand and do this. And I step here like this and spin that hand and unfold that thing and let it go in here. I break the sinuses, the nose, the jaw. I can break the humerus bone. If your arm is like that, I can break both. If it's like this, I'll only break that one.
Yeah.
Just with that. It's called a karate chop.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah. Oh, super. Now go. Okay. Now do it toward the camera. Swing, face the leg, and swing toward the camera. Now, you know how we're setting the hands. That's it. That way, let it come on. Ah, there. Okay. Now swing, yeah. Now see.
Like that, huh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, now see, now this left right arm is swinging up here to 1 o'clock. Here's 12. There's 1, 2, 3. Look here. 4, 5, 6. Your left arm separates up to 11, and the hands cock 90. So you got 150 from 6 to 11. Okay? Then you have from 6 to 1, 150. So the arm rotates 150 degrees on the back swing and 150 degrees on the forth swing. And then it kind of drops. You drop the club, not the arms, okay? Look here. Swing up here. So this distance between here and there is constant. Now, stop it up there. Don't let both arms collapse, just the left. So that takes care of the space between the two shoulders. That's right. Now, you got to get over fast. If you don't,
well, we're demonstrating.
Yeah. All the way over to that front line. There. Okay. Yeah, you feel that club. It feels like it's boom. That's what it feels like to the.
Feels like it's pulling out of your.
Yeah, you can say that again.
Well, let me ask you something. What about these devices, that hold your arms in? Why are they good or why are they bad?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I'd like to bet you $1 million and put a belt around you. Let me show you. What could you do if you were wrapped? Oh, let's stay there. Now, if I could encompass your body, I can't do it like this, and I hold your arms right here, what could you do?
Yeah, just turn.
You couldn't do anything. That idea that a couple of the pros have gotten that device keeping your arms in here, it's for the birds, and I want them to know what I think of it.
All right.
If anybody advocates that, they don't know about the laws of physics, and they ought to go back to school and find out how to apply it to the golf swing.
So the centrifugal force, along with the motion, like once we get here and the arm raises, just
no, don't raise this way, raise that way. Just keep turning now. Just with the turn.
Okay. Right up there like that will make us hit.
Otherwise, you see, you'll be up in your arm to be like that. It's got to come underneath. That way.
There.
Now,
just turn.
Now, see what happens when this arm raises. The scapula raises. The shoulder blade. When to raise this arm, it won't raise unless that shoulder blade raises. Understand?
Yeah, I do understand what you're talking about.
All right. Okay, buddy. I want you to just take your right hand, make a stance. All right. And now I want you to use your right hand in this fashion. I want you to do a dorsal flex. Then I want you to elbow flex and turn like that.
Okay.
Then when you get those completed, let your elbow move back that way. So if you the arms will be here instead of there.
Okay.
Understand?
Boom. Boom. Boom.
Yeah, there. Now, if you just took that club, don't try to move this. The body's going to move this, and just take that right hand. Let me get out of the way, and you can swing that club so hard one-handed. I'll do it left-handed for you.
Okay.
I'll turn the club upside down.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm standing here with this, my legs like that, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going here, see? Now watch that hand go this way. The elbows come here like this. Now my arm is to the side of me, look at that. It's not in front of me, right?
Right.
So the humerus bone is coming from a perpendicular position to a parallel, okay? Now this gives you like this. There. Now if you come here like this, see, that's bringing the humerus bone like that. And while you're bringing the humerus, you're spinning that forearm like that, unfolding the elbow, then turning up like that. So the shaft is that way, and your arm is up that way. Understand?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'll fall down if I went any further. You do it right-handed.
Okay.
And I want you to put a ball down, then hit it with your right hand, okay? Not now.
Mm-hmm.
Take it on back now. Let your weight go with it. All right, now
Right
go
there.
ahead on back, please.
Right there, line.
Yeah,
and
now.
pull back.
Yeah, now just go at it right there. Yeah, watch you. You'll knock that 200 yards, that one hand.
All right, I'm going to go to here.
Yeah?
There.
Yeah, now.
Line.
Yeah.
And this has got to pull back.
Yeah, now when you do this, that pulls the right knee, thigh is going to pull that right shoulder. And that
So your
right,
arms are actually pulling your shoulders back behind the ball.
yeah.
All right. Boom. Boom.
Huh? Wow. Hey, put one of those on the tee and hit it. Now you didn't let the pendulum move. You came down here with this lock. Look here.
Huh?
Undo this.
Okay.
Look here. Undo the forearm. Okay. Turn it.
Okay. That's a little different.
Mm-hmm. And forward press, reverse. That's good. Now you see this club is, your arm is getting here, the club is still behind.
I'm not advancing the club head?
Well, you see, you're not, yes, I'm snapping. I'm doing this with a hand like this. Watch your thumb. It gets to that,
Okay.
like that. And then look, yeah, this elbow's here. And then I'm turning like that.
All right. So
All right, just
right
do it
there.
easy, a half swing. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Just don't try to do it so fast. That's a little better, you see, but now you got this coming this way. It's got to free up the wrist there, you know what I'm saying? You got to come out of the spring, look at like this. Now I'm pulling there, look here, the bowstring back. Now let it go.
Mm-hmm.
Let it go, let it twist, let it spin it. Do it easy now. Go down on where your right hand would be when you had a two-hand grip. Now get a little closer to it.
Okay.
All right.
There we go.
It's almost set now. See? Now you're trying to push this. I'm not. I'm throwing the club instead of pushing it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You're pushing it with your shoulder. I'm not. I'm making my hip, knee, and thigh pull the shoulder under. And I'm just making a pendulum action with the hand and club. Oh, yes.
Boom.
Huh?
That's perfect there.
That is super.
I've never hit balls one-handed before.
Yeah. I mean, it's a new experience. You
What,
never-
well, you know, we talked about, what do you mean by like the three levers of the right side?
Well, look here. That's the level.
Okay, right here. Boom. That's one
the
action.
level.
Right there.
Well, I'm not doing that. Look
Okay.
here. I'm doing 1, 2, 3. Now that's a lever. Then the shoulder blades is another lever.
Mm-hmm.
So the shoulder blade is coming, the elbow is unfolding, the wrist is unfolding, then you're unrolling the arm.
So we got the torso's moving the arm, the
Yeah.
upper arm.
Now
Then
the
we're unfolding the elbow.
Now, you're going to now let the hand go. No, not this way, this way.
That way.
Now you want to top it. Now the club is being thrown.
So we're not holding that position.
No, sir. You're letting it go, so it can get on the other side.
As you say, it's like a mule kicking you.
Yeah. Do it again.
All right.
Give me a ball.
Let me hit a one-handed.
Yeah, same way. Get it down there where it would be when you grip it with two hands. You can hit that ball right now almost as far as every person can with two hands. See, a golf swing is some pull. You don't have a pull force. You're not somebody with rope tugging. You understand?
Yeah,
and you're not a damn. And you're not.
If you pulled me, or push me now.
Now your push is not a push force. You're not a sumo wrestler trying to push and run another man out of here. You're trying to make a circular force, not lineal. Understand?
Yeah, if it was a pull or a push, then the strongest guy in the world would be.
Yeah.
We're trying to create suppleness, aren't we?
Supple quickness, not rigid slowness.
Interesting.
Okay. That's right. If you took something like this with a rope and a weight on it and do it like this, that thing would try to break that rope in two.
So when you talk about a linear force, explain that.
Straight line.
Straight line, which we don't really have a straight line.
You can't have a straight line. You got to attach in and detach in. It because a revolving circle.
So we're trying to create a centrifugal force.
Centrifugal. The centripetal is pulling it in.
So I'm trying to get everything I can get out of this body and this head to this club head
to the club head. That's what hits the ball.
So I hear a lot of people talk about being connected. I mean, there's no way in the world that if I brought the club back through, I'd finish low and around, is it? That's not connected.
That is about as awkward and as foolish a motion as you can see. If you want to chop one in there and put a lot of backspin, that you could possibly get a lot of backspin on, but you never use that shot only to cut and chop down into it, put a lot of backspin. Understand?
Yeah, it seems like the force that we're trying to create, like if I just took my right hand off, it's always going to go up.
Yeah, I tell you what you do. Take both hands and stop at the top. Now swing and let go of your right hand and watch where the club goes.
It just goes up. It always goes up. But look at here. It always goes. It never goes in, does it?
No, sir. The club shaft goes in because you're doing this with the arm.
And centrifugal force is pulling you out, right?
Yeah, it's extending the arm, and then to keep from stopping, you have to fold the elbow so you can hold up with two hands.
So my dress position, my hands would be a little bit lower. I've got a shaft line and an arm line, but when I'm at impact,
it's almost, see, two forces are connected, traveling in a linear plane. They try to join into a single line.
Like a common line. So now I have what we call two lines, arm and shaft, and when I come back because of centrifugal force and I'm raised a little bit, I'm almost in one common line.
Yeah, it's like to have a common line between the club head and your shoulders.
As opposed if I was down here.
That's, these people don't realize what harm they're doing to the spine. They keep hitting it like that. I tell you one thing. You talk about back trouble, they're going to have it. Okay?
Boy, this feels so good. Look at that. Either hand, I'm ready to hit it right from the get-go, right?
Yeah.
As opposed to this.
Yeah, it's no good. You're in a block position the other way. That's right. Super, now. Okay?
Boom. Okay.
I'm going to show you how important the shoulder blades are in a golf swing. Now, the shoulder blade is a scapular blade that comes like this. Like this. Now, you take the club back, this shoulder blade will swing into the spine here, causing an adduction. Now, this left shoulder blade will pull away. It gives you 20 degrees more backswing when this is adducted and this is abducted. You understand? Now, when you come down, this will pull back to the thing, and that will pull away. And it's like that. Understand, when you stand up, I would like to have you show them about the 70-degree motions of the body and neck, then the addition of the adduction of the shoulder blade.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Just stand straight up.
So, kind of a universal thing with everybody is if I can take my chin and I can turn it 70 degrees that way, 70 degrees that way. Now I can also, see my shoulder blades, I can move them 20 degrees. That's a real palatable joint underneath there.
Yeah, it's a non-socket joint. It's the most flexible joint in the body, in the torso.
And see, everybody in golf can turn pretty easily 70 degrees with their body like so. But what we were talking about just earlier, see, what gives you that 90-degree look, or sometimes even more than that, see, once I get to right here, my body, the big part of it's practically stopped, but my shoulder blades...
Is he going to do that by raising the arm? It's just making the shoulders go.
Boom, see, my arms are pulling my shoulders
in a
back
rotation on the oblique plane.
In an oblique plane. And see, I can't do that if I'm locked in here real tight, but it's an incredible motion, like you look at Freddie or anybody. They're pulled, boy, they get to right here, and then their body just continues, those shoulder blades. This one pulls away from the spine, and this one pulls towards it.
Yeah.
That gives you that 90-degree look.
See, away is ab. Ad is 2. The left shoulder pulls away from the spine, giving you 20-degree more arm and shoulder turn. Okay?
Mm-hmm. But this is what it looked like.
Yeah. Boy, you can turn around.
See, now my whole back's to the target, as opposed to like this.
Okay, now to make a swing, turn your back to the thing.
Uh-huh.
Now, let me get out of the way. Don't hit me.
I won't hit
okay?
you.
Now,
Start again.
Okay,
I'd like to have you watch the shoulder blades.
Shoulder blades.
Yeah. Now, watch them on the other
And
side.
action.
Now, okay?
All right.
Do it again. It's in action already. Now, that's a real good shoulder blade action. Okay, swing. And you're not tying them up. You're flexing them up. You're softening them up. You're not tense, are you?
Oh, no. Like, one of the real dominant hidden things that it's hard to see in your swing and my swing is the shoulders are a secondary force.
Right.
They just don't have a lot of this and this at all. They're reacting or put into a position by
ankles, knees, hips, and hands and arms.
See, this motion, the pivot, which we've gone over and over and over, see, it's making my shoulders are reacting to that motion, right?
The hips and knees.
Yeah, see, this is making them as opposed to making them like a primary force or something that they're just reacting, right?
They should react, not be the primary force. The reaction to the arms and hands and the knees and hips. See, and that then you have supple quickness. Otherwise, you have rigid slowness.
Yeah, and it's also a lot easier as far as tempo and stuff to feel those great big old muscles and just let them swing back.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, as opposed to just being locked in real quick like that.
No good.
No good. All right.
Time you get through, you couldn't write your name.
Mm-hmm.
You should write your name before you play 18 holes of golf, and if you can make it look the same when you get back in, you've been round wrestling, not playing golf, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Rigid slowness instead of supple quickness.
Yes, and like that example you showed me one time, I could take my left hand and go right in front of you, and you couldn't tell me what my hand just did, could you? Because it moves faster than your eye can see.
Yeah. Watch that thumb. You can't see it, can you?
And not even on, I mean, you can slow your, boom, you can't see the thing.
See, most everybody try to take that thing like that and make a position here. I'm swinging through a position. The difference between swinging through it, but I'm not that way, I'm going into that way.
Yeah, you don't, like a lot of pitchers you see at impact, they freeze that hand right there.
Then you stop, and when you put a brake on the top, you're putting a brake on the bottom.
So it's almost like, if I tried to make a change from the top to here, like you told me one time, it'd be like shooting a gun and trying to grab the bullet out of the other end, right?
Right.
That's how fast that thing moves right there.
Right.
Huh.
Now, you can hit a ball left-handed that way, but your hands got to do that to hit a ball left-handed. Understand?
Hand me a ball.
Okay. Now, you got to keep the angle that you have here, there, just go. And just hit it easy, because your tendency to pull it, you want to let the...
Boom.
Now, you see, your arm passed the ball before the club. I wanted the thumb to catch up with the radius. Look here. Thumb radius and do that, okay? Do it easy. That way. Now, if your arm pulls it, you won't do that. Now you hit it with
a
the
nice
club.
little click, too, wasn't it?
Yeah, you had a pendulum action through there instead of a drag.
You think there's any hope for me?
I tell you, more hope you than anybody in the business.
Boom.
Now, you see, you didn't turn over. You didn't do this until after you hit the ball. Look here. When the thumb does this, look, that, you have to do that to keep them blocking it.
Okay.
All right? Now, just do it easy. Don't try to do it hard. As you're not pulling that arm, you're shifting. All you felt is a pendulum move in the arm in a stationary position, right?
Yeah. And this is a two-arm game, not a one-arm game, right?
Yeah, but you have
Is this a good practice drill?
It's a terrific drill because it teaches you how to apply energy to the club head. Instead of dragging it through, you're swinging it through. You're swinging, you have to have a pendulum to swing.
It's like the club head moves a long ways, doesn't it?
Oh, man, I'm just telling you, it's 240 degrees to the top of the back.
Well, you know what? You told me a math equation one time.
Yeah.
Since we're dealing, you know, everything's dealing with
kinetic energy.
But if you took a circle and you do a circle, and if I just set up to the ball and I didn't break my hands at all, I could move my arms and body and shaft about, what, 300 degrees?
You can't do it that way. You can't hardly do it. You'd break it because you're blocking out. Your one arm has to shorten to take care of the space between the two arms.
I know, but the point I'm trying to make is like if we're dealing with a circle, which is 360 degrees,
right.
If I didn't use my hands or elbows, I could take it about 300 degrees.
Now your head's coming up off of the ball.
Right, but if I took the same motion that we just talked about, and I, set my hands 90 this way, and use the same thing. See, the club head
is way back of your...
It's way back, as it's supposed to be like this. See, the club head.
Yeah,
now, my arms hadn't moved back there.
No.
But my club head's moved back there. And then when I get over here, instead of being in this position, that club head, so really I've kind of added
180 degrees.
180 degrees.
Yes.
So my body and arms are kind of working about 300 degrees.
It's 150 degrees left arm back. After you hit the ball, right arm is 150 on the other side. Come back to 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock is behind you, 6 is at the ball.
So that's why timing and tempo, you got to give the club head time enough to react, right?
Yeah. See, there's three forces that you have to contend with, or three actions. When you are hitting a golf ball, you have a stimulus, you have a reaction, and a response. Now, I'm getting a stimulus, understand?
Mm-hmm.
And the body is putting me in a position here, and you're getting a reaction here, then you get a response. The response is the release. See?
So the stimulus, once
as soon as you move that hip, uncock your wrist. See, look here. I'm not uncocked yet, am I? This is one action. This is two action, and this is three action, and this is four.
So a lot of times you'll see people, well, I'm casting the club.
Yeah.
But in essence,
they're casting the club because they didn't move to the left leg.
Yeah, it's really like an incorrect analysis when somebody does that, because it's really not that bad of a deal if you're moving your pivot, right?
Right. You have to do that.
So if you look at here, are you telling me that if I shift to here and I shift here, there's no way I could ever cast a club?
No.
It'll always catch up if I move to here, right?
Yeah, it'll come up. It's going to go back to neutral. Understand?
Yeah.
Quicker and more correctly than you can take it. All right?
Yeah. Okay.
Hit it. Now count it. 1, 2, 3. I guarantee that's at least, that must be out there 230. What is that?
5 iron.
5 iron. 230 yards 5 iron. No?
Set up okay?
Oh, it's wonderful. When your geometry is correct, when your plane is correct, and you got control of the blade, you can make it do anything you want. You make it go any way you want it to go, just with your hands.
Mm-hmm.
Understand? All right?
All right.
I'm going to count it. You start now. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And a lot of people like to hit a driver that far. The average tour hits a drive about 230, and you're hitting a 5 iron where they're hitting a drive.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not using very much more energy than they are, but you're using it more correctly.
All right.
No, when you went down this time, your head did that.
I felt it.
You didn't move into that convex position with your left hip, and then on this biased position with your right. Okay? Your head dropped.
I hit one more shot. I'm ready.
Okay.
All right.
Excellent.
Okay, now what? Can we hit some shots?
Now I want you to do this for me.
All right.
Now that's taken a long swing in 1, 2, 3.
Right.
Now if you take a pendulum, and I want you to take a pendulum action, take the club shaft to the horizontal. No, just one hand. Just take it that way.
Right here.
Now I'm going to do something with this club. Now that's horizontal to the ground.
Right.
Now hold it just like that, and when I drop it, I'm going to count 1001. That club head will stop when I get to 1001. Look here, 1001. Now that's coming from here to there, just from the pull of gravity. Understand?
Mm-hmm.
Now, that travel is going to be from right here. It's be a shorter arc, won't it?
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to take the same length of time.
Okay.
1001. Now, drop it from right here. 1001. Isn't that funny?
Huh.
That's where they make a clock. The pendulum on the clock. Now, right there. 1001.
So it takes 1 full second for it to get on this side.
Yeah. From that side. 1001. 1001. Now, when you're hitting soft, partial shots, you're not having as much arc, but it's still taking
The same amount of time?
the same amount of time.
Huh.
Yeah, let me have it. Give me a pitching wedge or something. What do you have there?
There's one right there. Yeah.
Now, understand if I want to change forces, now you change forces by that amount of arc, or this amount of arc, because it's going to go from here to there, it's increasing speed, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So, when you take it back, and you're going to hit an easy shot, you just don't take it back as far. Huh?
So you just kind of dial it in, huh?
Yeah, you're letting that pendulum swing and trying to swing that way, Will you do that?
Yeah.
Oh, see, it's the degree of pivot and arm separation from the ball and the cock of the hands, so you're still going to a 90-degree cock.
You once told me that your muscles and nerves are like wild animals and you got to train them.
That's right.
So it does take a great deal of practice along with. So we're just going to take it.
Yeah, you feel like club head flopping into the ball, don't you?
Just take it and boom.
That's right. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
So you can have what they call soft hands, right?
Mm-hmm. But this is basically the essence of the golf swing right there, isn't it?
Right. It's
that pendulum motion.
That's
not,
no.
Boy, you can move that club head a long ways without moving the arm.
Did you know what?
Boom.
Huh?
And you take that little motion right there and you add your pivot, you got it, right?
Right. More pivot, more arc. Understand? Right?
Mm-hmm. And this is how you determine length of shot and height?
Yeah. See, you took a big...
That was a bigger shot, yeah.
Now, could I have some of that? Go ahead and hit it. Now, you see, you swung the club head. You haven't swung your arms, have you?
Mm-mm. The arms move the same speed as the body, right?
Right.
They don't go.
No. But then go back here, the shoulder blade is pulling it back there, you understand?